Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Transformers fans everywhere, welcome back. LPS, Last Prime Speculator, here to bring you another speculation. Today's focus on our speculation will be, how did Optimus Prime escape the Cybertron battle in the Bumblebee movie? If you're new to this channel, make sure to consider subscribing, turn on all notifications, don't forget to like and share this video, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Prime Speculator. With all that away, guys, let's speculate on how Optimus Prime escaped the Cybertron battle. We're just going to have fun and speculate on this. I'm going to give you a couple of options that I personally would like to see, and personally ways that Optimus Prime could have actually escaped that Cybertron battle when he was being swarmed by all the Decepticons. Some of them might be a little outrageous, and some of them not. But I'll let you guys decide which ones you like. Now, the first way Optimus Prime could have escaped the Cybertron battle is your typical Optimus Prime moment, which I call Prime Rage. We're all familiar when Optimus Prime goes in his rage mode and literally slaughters everything, right? We see it in the Dark of the Moon. We see it in the Revenge of the Fallen sequence. Optimus Prime has been known to be overpowering at times, where literally, I could see him doing it. They could take the easy way out and just let have Optimus Prime do what he does and be the hero we know and literally destroy all these Decepticons all at once. Being Optimus Prime is being surrounded by all these Decepticons, particular Soundwave, Shockwave, Starscream, for example. That this moment, he could literally be the hero that we know. Being that I think Megatron is not in this scene and can overpower him, this would be an easy way for him just to literally go in his Prime Rage mode and destroy everything. We've already seen in the Cybertron scene, Optimus Prime is doing things that we're accustomed to seeing, and that's being a total badass. I know it's boring, but it could totally happen. And it would be an easy way out for Optimus Prime to take victory in this particular scene of the Cybertron escape scene. Could totally see it happening. Another way they could do this as well is that, what if he doesn't win? What if he doesn't escape? What if Optimus Prime actually loses this battle and actually becomes captured in this particular scene? They could make this a really powerful scene as well. They could literally have him be judged and sentenced for his Autobot crimes under the Decepticon code for the Cybertronian War. Being he is the leader of the Autobots too, what better example to send a message to the fellow Autobots than to take out their leader, Optimus Prime? It also could be really cool too, because we would be able to see a scene where Optimus is being held captive, being questioned. They could have him be tortured in a way and being held prisoner. It would be a very powerful scene where I think they could actually grab that moment and really make you feel bad for Optimus Prime. Plus, it's something we haven't really seen. Yeah, we saw the Quintessa scene, we saw him being held prisoner in that scene, but it didn't really grab that moment. I think this would be a perfect time as well for them to do an idea, what I called, and I speculated in the last night, and call it the Passion of the Prime, and literally have him be tortured in a scene for his Autobot crimes. How could he escape from this torture though? Something I think that would be really cool is, we've known, this franchise has been known to what I call name slap, and that's when they actually give a Autobot or a Decepticon, give them a name just to kill them off. But why not give that moment extra power and extra passion and epicness and develop storytelling? The Bumblebee movie showed us that they can develop stories and tell us. Travis Knight provided the light in the darkest hour in that moment. Imagine this though. Optimus Prime is being held prisoner in a Decepticon prison in Kion. And a Decepticon soldier, they can make up something, some new name of a Decepticon, and helps him escape. As in that this particular Decepticon knows what Optimus stands for is right, and that this Decepticon does not believe in the Megatron code and does not want this war to end his home. Where literally he believes in the leadership of Optimus Prime and knows that Optimus Prime is the one that wants to bring peace to the Cybertron and all of the universe. I think that could be also an epic scene as well, and something that we've never seen as well, and that would be great storytelling, and also a way for them to create a new Decepticon for younger and newer fans to like and to cherish. Something as well in the capture scene they could also do. They could actually bring him as prisoner, have him be, chained up, sitting there, being dragged on. And they could actually introduce Megatron in this scene. And Megatron could actually insult Optimus Prime and say, Optimus Prime, is that what they're calling you? Similar to the War of Cybertron. You remember that scene? That literally, they can introduce Megatron in these movies as well. Maybe sitting in his throne in Kion and insulting Optimus Prime. And that's a way they could also introduce Megatron in this. And let's be honest, Optimus Prime and Megatron are usually always connected. They're both the leaders of the two forces, the Autobots and the Decepticons. It would also give us an awesome scene to be able to see Kion and be able to see the headquarters of the Decepticons and literally make the audience, in a way, think, wow, how is Prime going to get out of this event? Now this one, I might take some criticism for, but before I say this is a speculation channel, and I feel like speculating. Something I would love to see that has been touched in Transformers lore is what if at that moment, Optimus Prime is in a moment where he can't escape and he can't overpower all of these Decepticons attacking him. And at that moment, he heeds the call of Metroplex, and Metroplex waits and heeds the call of the last Prime, where literally he takes his hand down just like the War of Cybertron, hits that moment, and they could say that where they're fighting at is Metroplex City or Autobot City or Iacon, where literally he places his hand down and uses his power of a Prime to wake the legendary Titan of Metroplex, and we could see the Titan actually take place in this event and hear Metroplex scream just like in the War of Cybertron. Metroplex heeds the call of the last Prime. That would be an epic moment that we would all love to see. It's always been known in Transformers lore too, for the most part, that Metroplex is considered the Autobots' ultimate weapon. In this scenario, Optimus Prime is literally overmatched and outpowered and outnumbered. He's creating a diversion to Bumblebee to escape to accomplish his mission. What better way of a diversity to create in the darkest hour to unleash Metroplex in this moment and let them see and let the audience see the Autobots' ultimate weapon. It would also be cool to see that moment, to see Metroplex wake up and be in a sleep status for a long time and wake up and be angry. It also could be really cool to see the reaction of the Decepticons when the Titan is awoken. And literally, Optimus Prime comes out and he's being held in the palm of his hand, and Optimus is commanding orders to Metroplex. That would be something that the audience would capture, and would be what I like to call a wow factor. So how would Metroplex help Optimus escape? Again, they could use the idea of the War of Cybertron, where literally they could also introduce the Ark in this moment. They could introduce the great ship, which we're familiar with Sentinel Prime, but use the Ark and have Metroplex stay back. He's considered the last hope of the Autobots. That would also give Metroplex some heroic state and honor that the audience would love. And this would only mean the last Prime could use the power of this ancient Titan. That scene as well, they could also really spin off and do some ideas. They could leave you little Easter eggs. Optimus Prime might not even know Metroplex and know his existence and know his purpose. This would give a time and maybe something down the road where they could do some Titan versus Titan movies, right? They could do a prequel that way too and talk about the Titans and also introduce Trypticon down the road. Maybe Omega Supreme. That literally they could build a cinematic universe off of this one particular moment. And obviously, when Metroplex is released, he will be an overmatched opponent for the Decepticon army to hold Optimus, and plus, that's something I would love to see personally. Now, the main thing that I really think that actually could happen in this moment, this is, the Metroplex thing was a little outrageous, would cost a lot of money. One thing I do think that could happen in this moment, where Optimus Prime is being held and has no chance of victory with all these Decepticons attacking him, this would be the perfect time to bring back the Matrix of Leadership. In this one moment, Optimus Prime would unleash his chest and provide the light in the darkest hour. When all hope is lost, this light will bring a hope to the Autobots, particularly Optimus Prime. Bring back the history of the Matrix, that this Matrix of Leadership literally is the light of Primus. You could also create a new power for the Matrix Leadership. Have it have their own version in a live-action universe. I know they did it in the Revenge of the Fallen, and I know they did it as well briefly in Dark of the Moon. But make a new purpose for the Matrix of Leadership and why Optimus Prime buries this ancient treasure that has the wisdom of all the Primes. When he unleashes the Matrix Leadership and unleashes it through this chest, we will see this bright light take place. And at this moment, they could use a type of power that can give Optimus Prime God-like powers, Primus-like powers, to overcome this darkest hour in this moment. Whether that be give him, may have him become, Mega Optimus Prime, very similar to what we saw in Revenge of the Fallen when he got all those Matrix, he got the parts after Jetfire gave his parts. Make him go maybe a couple minutes where he becomes a super Optimus Prime, just for that moment where literally that he could drain the energy away and have to restore it. But that's what the Matrix could be used in something, an idea that they could use. But personally, what I really like to see involved in the Matrix leadership is have Optimus Prime lose. Have Optimus Prime actually lose that moment. They think they leave him for dead. They shoot him, beat the crap out of him, and throw him down in those pits taking all place in Cybertron. Literally, Optimus Prime is lost. But when he falls, that is when you can introduce the Matrix leadership. Optimus Prime on his deathbed hears the call in these pits of Icon City, right? Or wherever they're taking place. And he is stranded down there. And then he hears a voice speaking to him. He hears quotes speaking to him. He hears the wisdom of the Matrix leadership calling to him. And Optimus Prime starts crawling to it. And that's when the Matrix leadership is forged and brings Optimus Prime possibly back to life in that moment. And can be crowned again in a way as the true Prime and provide the light in the darkest hour. But that's something I really think that could happen, is that Optimus Prime finds the Matrix of leadership, which provides him in his moment of the light in the darkest hour. Personally, in this moment where Optimus Prime is being ambushed as well, this would be a great way to introduce his Optimus Prime solo movie, or I've also heard rumors of the Bumblebee 2 movie and make it an Optimus Prime and Bumblebee movie. That is where they could actually start the movie off of, is at the ending of this fight scene. Because let's be honest, we were all sitting there scratching our head, how did Optimus Prime escape that moment? Are they going to touch it? Are they going to show us? They didn't show us. This would be an excellent place to start the movie right where we left off, and they can keep this continuity all going and then build what they've always wanted to do, their Transformers cinematic universe based off this scene right here. I want to give a big shout out to DJ Still Nice. DJ Still Nice, thank you so much for everything you did in my live stream. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I want to know what you guys think. How did Optimus Prime escape the Battle of Cybertron? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to this channel, make sure to consider subscribing. Turn on all notifications. Don't forget to like and share this video. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Prime Speculator. That way you can stay updated with all my Transformers, speculation, spoilers, news, and all that good stuff. To my subscribers, I love you guys so much. This is LPS here to bring you another Transformers speculation. Peace.